From when?
Sorry, I'm recording some videos, one for this course I'm taking and two for when I'm on vacation.
Oh,
So
cool.
there'll be some videos for you to watch in
Okay,
lieu of
so-
me teaching them alive. Yeah.
So I
So
should-
I'm sorry, May, what was your question?
So on this, do I just click got it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you sent me a text saying from Wednesday, all of your classes will be using that
One number.
login. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That's the only number you'll need after today.
After today. Hello.
Yes.
Thank you.
Starting tomorrow. I was hoping that no one would be confused.
Oh, sorry. I was. Okay.
Yeah.
So from tomorrow, don't use this other one then already.
Right.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
only need to have the one number that way. See, it's
Oh.
a 9-digit number, so it's easier to memorize in case anyone ever wants to memorize it. Because I got it a long time ago, it's a shorter number.
But it's
So
not like we're gonna have to know that number, right? We just click and
you can just click on the link, right?
Oh,
But some people push in the number. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All
Thank
right.
you.
Did anybody else have questions about that? Because that
No.
was a really good question.
Only May was confused.
No, that's
All
the
right.
61 number.
Yes, that'll
Okay.
help you, Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
I think it'll be simpler. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Valerie, you got the message?
I don't think I
Two?
did, but I'll go check.
Okay.
I didn't. Was that a text message or an email?
I've done both. So I just tried to reach everyone that I possibly could that I have emails or texts or phone numbers for.
Okay.
So
Okay. And
I will
if
be
not, I'll
happy.
message you.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. You
Thank
probably
you.
have it, but if not, I will send it.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
and I
you.
know my mother knows, and so that's it then, we're all good. Okay, let me see if anyone else is coming in. And then we'll go ahead and begin because it's right at 4 o'clock. Enjoy today's yoga and I'll mute you and we'll get started. Okay, so if anybody has any question about whether they should be doing a pose, then you might want to just not do it today until you're sure, but otherwise I'll be giving you different modifications for any of the poses that might be a little bit challenging for some, depending on what issues you might have. So anyway, I'm really glad you're all here. We'll go ahead and begin with some breath and light warm up, and then we'll just keep going. So enjoy. All right. So let's take a nice deep breath and reach up over our heads, filling the lungs, letting the ribs reach out, filling the space that is right below there on the lungs, and then bringing the hands to the heart center on our exhale. And you can even squeeze in a little bit, kind of in and up around the belly button area. Breathe in and lift again. Palms above the head, just as far as you can comfortably reach. And then arms out and down. Again, breathe in and lift. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. So we'll be using our Ujjayi breath that we've done so many times before, but just as a reminder, kind of a tightening of the throat, making a sound, sort of like a thick, breathy sound, whispery sound. And that helps us stay relaxed and stay focused on our breathing, so we can let go a lot of the clutter of thinking that goes on in our minds typically. Let's do this a couple more times. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, let the arms come out and down. Breathe in, arms to the sides and up. Palms together and down to the heart center. Nice. Okay, let's move the hands out to the shoulders and we'll do some circles, reaching out and around with our elbows, what I like to call chicken wings. Since we have a lot of chickens around here. And one more time back, and then we'll go forwards. So starting to warm up the shoulders, base of the neck, the upper back. And we're still thinking about our breath. And bringing the elbows down. Nice. Now let's do a light twist, right hand on the outside of the left knee, and just reach the left arm back. Since we're in a chair, if you want to, you can hook your elbow around or hold on to the chair. That might give you a little extra leverage if you want to go around a bit farther. So do that as long as it's comfortable. And then we'll come back to the center and go to the other side. Reach around at about shoulder level. And again, if you want, you can grab onto the chair in one way or another. And just wait for the stretch to happen, giving our bodies enough time to adjust and stretch. And then back to the center. Let's just activate the legs a little by tapping the feet. All right. And then we'll place our heels on the floor and have our arms go forward. So we're going to then lift the heels up if we're able to and go forward and back. So we loosen up the ankles and wrists. And we're also activating the larger muscles in the legs by trying to keep the legs up. And then we'll make some circles. One way. We might do this lying down later, but to get it ourselves warmed up, it's nice. And then the other way. So now our ankles and our wrists are a little more ready to do some of the other activities that we'll be doing today. And then back down. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to have our hands comfortably on our laps and turn our heads from side to side. It's not a big stretch to the side, it's just going partway towards your range of motion. And this is our anti-vertigo exercise. We do this about a dozen to 15 times. And then we'll come back to the center. And now we'll go up and down, nodding the head. I know some of you have had issues with vertigo, so I'm hoping that this really does help us avoid that. And then back to the center. Now we'll do a range of motion to the right. So now we will go to a comfortable stretching point. Stay there a moment as we breathe. And then if it feels very comfortable and you want to go a little bit farther, you can try it. Maybe even increasing your range of motion that way over time. And then back to the center and slowly to the other side. And breathe. And then back to the center. Let's dip our chins down towards our chest so that we stretch the back of the neck now. And then we'll lift our head back up to the center and take a nice breath in, reaching up, stretching up, elongating the spine. So feel your stretch coming from way down at the base of the spine to the hip area, and then bring the arms down. Okay, now we're going to take our arms out in front and weave the fingers together in Venus, and then press the palms forwards. And see if we can lift those arms up higher. You can bend the elbows if you need to, a little modification there. And if you can have them a little straighter, that's fine too. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see I'm even trying to do a little bit of an upper body back bend. So you can try that as you breathe. And then bring the arms down. If you have a chair that doesn't have a hole in the back and you want to go sideways on your chair, you can do this next one, maybe easier. So if you need to turn to the side, go ahead. I have my hands woven in the back, and now we're going to stretch those hands down. Feel the shoulder blades move in together, and then lift the arms in the back. Feel a nice opening in the chest. Breathe. And then release the arms. Nice. Let's work on our legs again for a little bit. So hold on to the chair. We're going to take our legs out in front again, and you can have your toes touching the floor. And then we're going to move our feet out to the sides and then back to the center. So sitting up nice and tall. If you have your lower back rounded back towards the chair, see if you can tilt your pelvic floor forward so that your spine straightens a little bit lower. Let's go ahead and begin. So out to the sides of the mat, and then back to the center, out to the center, and keep going. So we're getting more of the muscles around the hips warmed up. And let's see if we can do a couple more. And then we'll lift the legs out in front again. And we'll swoop the legs to one side, then out to the front. Swoop them to the other side, out to the front, side, front, side, front, side, front. Again, and two more. One and two. And out in front and down. Okay, let's place our hands on our knees now and make little circles so that our upper body, you can tell, think about your rib cage, is going around the center line. So starting small, then you can make them bigger if you want to. And now let's reverse. So make them small again to start. Making sure that your body is happy with this exercise. And then as the muscles seem a little warmer, go ahead and make the circles a little bigger. And then back up to sitting straight up. We're going to move our knees out to the sides. We're going to be stretching, reaching with our shoulders and stretching some in the groin area with this forward bending move. So with the hands on the knees. Let's bring our right shoulder in. And then you can even press lightly on the inner knee area to get those knees to go a little farther, as long as it's still comfortable in the groin. So in the inner upper thighs. Breathe while you're down here. So we'll take our time. And then breathe in and come up. Exhale, left side down. Exhale as you go down. Then while you're there, breathe in. Exhale down. Inhale and come up. And bring the knees together. Nice. Let's bring our right knee in. So weave the fingers around the front of the right knee and just lift it up as far as you can towards the chest. You might feel like there's a little adjusting going on in the hips. So as long as it feels good, go ahead and continue. And then we'll release the right one. Reach for the left and bring it up towards the chest. Loosening up the hips. You might find it to be a little bit of a balance challenge too. And then place the knees down, scooch back in the chair. Lift the right arm up, we'll stretch the right shoulder. Well, actually, first, before we get it stretched, just a little bit more swinging of the shoulder socket so that we loosen it up before we stretch it. So let's swing it. If you need to, you have to scooch a little to the side of the chair that you are using your arm. So a little scooch to the right. And then let's go slowly around and around towards the back. Big back stroke. And then spread the fingers wide to activate the hand. All the way out to the fingertips. And one more. Now let's reverse that direction. So slowly at first. And then you can go at your own pace. Anytime during the class you want to change the pacing, maybe to go more coordinated with your own breathing, if you have larger or smaller volume, go ahead and change the pacing to suit your own body. And down. Now, if you need to scooch a little, go ahead to the left side and we'll swing the arm forward and back. And the shoulders a little more warmed up before we ask them to stretch a great deal. So, swinging kind of helps to lubricate the shoulder and get it used to moving a little farther than it does just in our normal daily activities. And now around. So slowly at first, spread the fingers, reach out those fingers from each other. Stretch as you go around. So you can go very slowly and take one breath as you reach out and exhale as you come down, or you can go faster if you prefer. And then we'll switch the direction. Still reaching, still spreading the fingers out. And we get that nice little pivot too in the waist area. It even stretches a little in the low back. You can probably feel that. Just become aware of what's happening in the body as you do this exercise and the others. One more time around and back to the center. Nice. Let's do some regular shoulder rolls. You can let those arms hang down and bring the shoulders really tightly into the neck so that we can massage the muscles of the lower part of the neck. And we'll go forwards. Very nice. Shake it out. Now we'll take our right arm up, bend at the elbow, and bring our left hand up to the right elbow. Snuggle that arm back a little. Maybe the right hand goes to the left shoulder or even down the back some. And then make sure that there's room for the head so they can still be right there up above the body. So if your head dips forwards, you can probably tell, and then lift the head back up. Now let's really focus on the breath. Listen to your breath. If you can hear it. If you can't, see if you can make that Ujjayi sound a little bit more obvious to yourself. And then we'll lift our arms up into the air. Stretch, spread the fingers, and switch to the other arm. Again, snuggle that arm back or in or outward, whichever way works so that you feel a good stretch. The hand is going across to the right shoulder or part way or all the way down to the center of the back, and the head's above the body. And then just breathe, listening to your breath, maybe even close your eyes if you want. And then reach up, stretch up high, bring the hands down to the sides of the chair and hold on. We're going to lift the feet off the floor, lean back in our chair a little, trying to keep the back still straight. Lift the feet out in front of you and make little circles as if you're pedaling a low pedaling bicycle. You notice that you have to use your core muscles to do any pedaling. And then let's go backwards. And then stretch the feet out and then bring them down. Right arm up. And we have hold of the chair still with our left hand. We're going to reach up and then lean to the left side. Nice warm-up activity. The arms in line with the ears. And then come all the way back up. Then we'll take our left arm and reach up as we breathe in. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back up, and arm comes down. Right arm goes up, breathe in. Exhale, lean. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, arm comes down. Left arm goes out and up, and we inhale. Exhale, lean. Inhale, back up. Exhale, arm comes down. We'll do two more. Right arm goes up. Exhale, lean and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arm down. Left arm goes up. Stretch. Exhale, lean and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to scoot a little forward in my chair because this one requires to be reaching back with our upper bodies. So just like when we went in circles, we're going to have our hands well, we're going to place our hands on our ribs this time because I want us to really focus on the ribs. So breathe in and lift up slightly. So we're elongating the spine. And then on the exhale, reach forward with that rib cage. So you can put your hands on the ribs or on your waist and then bring the ribs back. Now we're going to go straight back. So breathe in and lift and stretch up and reach back with the rib cage. So your ribs are behind your hips and back to the center. Breathe in and lift up with the upper body and move to the right with the ribs. So the hips stay, the ribs move. And back to the center. Breathe in and lift. Ribs reach to the left. And then back to the center. Okay. Nice. A nice breath in and reach up. Good work, good work. Exhale, arms to the heart center. Let's stay here for a moment and breathe. Our hips are in neutral. We haven't curved the back again or anything like that. We have our head above the body. Our shoulder blades can move in a little. So we work on the upper body posture, which helps the shoulder blades going in, helps the shoulders roll back and down. So with our eyes closed, we'll breathe. And if you'd like to, you can set an intention for today's class. So let's just breathe here. Relaxed, bright breathing here. Nice ujjayi breaths. Let's do one more breath in. Exhale. Open the eyes. We're going to let our elbows float up as we inhale this next time. Exhale and press the palms together, isometrically working the muscles in the chest, upper back, and arms. Breathe in and lift the elbows just like a bellows, kind of separate the arms away and then squeeze in. Inhale, breathe in, feel the lungs, feel the ribs moving out. Exhale as we contract inwards, press. Again, inhale, like filling the bellows. Exhale, press. And arms down. Nice. So we're going to stretch our necks by taking one arm up on top, lightly laying the right forearm on top of the head, lifting the head to make room in between vertebrae in the neck, tilt to the right. So if you want a little extra weight added, that right arm's already there. So we don't pull, but we just let the weight help stretch the neck. Let's bring our left hand up to the left shoulder and draw that left shoulder downward so we elongate that stretch out farther into the upper arm shoulder joint. Then we'll slowly release out of that, come back up with the head. And then we'll lay our left forearm on top, lifting the head so the neck elongates, tilting to the left side, slowly getting into the stretch. Again, the weight is there if you want it. And then we'll bring our right hand up to the shoulder, draw the shoulder downward, and breathe. And then we'll lift the head back into the center. Nice. All right, let's take another breath in and reach up. Bring the hands to the heart center as we exhale. Reach up, stretching and expanding. And exhale down with the arms. I'm going to do another twist. So take the right arm to the left side of the left knee again and reach back with the left arm. A nice side seated twist. And then we'll come back to the center and breathe in and take the right arm around. And then you can exhale, inhale, keep going as you stretch, continuing your Ujjayi breath. Nice reach around. And then we will be bringing that right arm back. So back to the front. And then we're going to take our feet out in front again. You might want to sit back in your chair a little bit and lift the legs. We're going to be doing those crosses where we take the legs out and cross them, kind of give a little inner thigh squeeze. So out and then cross, out, cross. So maybe out, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale, cross, or you can go faster and do a couple different crosses per breath. So that's up to you. It's a little more fun to go fast, but you can really listen to what's happening in your body if you go slowly. So maybe mix it up. One time do it this way fast, one time do it real slowly. Half time one way, half time another way. Whatever you like. And then we'll bring the feet back together and down. Nice. So let's do another forward fold. This time we're going to have our hands on our knees and then turn the elbows out so we can bring the chest down towards our knees. And so we don't need to let the head hang on this one. You're just reaching forwards with the head. So from the side, it just looks like this. So you can keep your elbows in or out, whatever's more comfortable for you. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the low back as you reach the head farther forwards, or the feeling at least of reaching it farther forwards. And then come up. Okay, now we'll do some cow cat. So we'll be counter posing to what we just did, leaning forwards. We're going to be reaching back. So hands on our knees, a seated cow cat. So lean forwards, reach with the head, puff the chest forwards, the shoulder blades move in, and then we go the opposite way, draw the abs in, curve back towards behind you. Breathe in, come forwards. Nice reach with the crown of the head and the chest. And then press out and back with your back and your upper back, so the whole spine except the neck kind of goes forwards. And now forwards again, cow. And then exhale into seated cat. Inhale into seated cow. And exhale it into seated cat, which is kind of funny because let's do one more of each. You never see a cow or a cat sit like this. I guess I've seen a cat in a couple photographs on Instagram, but otherwise, no. And then back, curving back, drawing the belly in. And coming up to the center. All right, so now we'll do a modified version of our warrior poses. So we're going to turn to one side. Let's turn to our left side. The left thigh is on the chair. The right knee is going down perpendicular to the left thigh. So, and then we're going to hold on to the chair. And then if you're able to, see if you can stretch, maybe walk the toes back or stretch the leg back a bit more. So it's like we're in a lunge, but we're supported by the chair. So it's a little tricky to get comfortable, but just experiment and see if you can manage. If you need to keep your knees straight down, then that's all right. So then let's take our right arm forwards and up so that the arm is somewhere along the path or straight up. Maybe the legs reached partway back or all the way back. If you can, let go of the chair. We'll do 2 arms up. And then our drishti or our gaze is straight ahead, or you can take it partway up or all the way between the hands, depending on how flexible you feel today. So this is our warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1. Listening to the breath. And we'll go into Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to turn our right hip out. So if you have your knee straight down, just move it to the side. Twist the body as far to the right as you can. And take the arms forward and back. So you either have your knee out and your little bit hip is open, or you can reach the leg back. And our body stays over the hips. So we're in our chair version of Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. So one thing to check is that the right foot has some arch still in it. Sometimes it'll collapse down a bit. Let's lower our right arm and lift the left one. Turn the left palm back. So this is assuming that you are real stable on your chair. So if you aren't, then you'll want to hold on and just lean back a little bit. But if you can reach up, then maybe you could get a tiny bit farther into the stretch. We get a little bit of a back bend here. Then we're going to come forwards and back into our Warrior 2. And now lean forwards from the hips and bring the left elbow onto the left knee. Reach the right arm up and roll the shoulder back so that our arm is above the shoulder. Some of you may want to go a little lower. In that case, you can grab onto your inner calf and stretch down a little bit more if that's appropriate for you. And then breathe. Our drishti or our gaze is out to our right side or maybe partway up. And for those of you who have very flexible necks today, maybe all the way up towards and beyond the right hand. And slowly come back up, back to Warrior 2 and down. So it's definitely, the series on the chair is a challenging one. So let's come back to the middle, take a little break before we do the other side. Let's pat our feet. And kind of move the head from side to side, tipping to the right, tipping to the left. Just to loosen up the neck a little bit. All right, let's take our arms out to the sides and make some circles. And then go forwards. And bring it down. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So we'll be on our right thigh, the left knee is down towards the floor. We're holding on to the chair with our right hand. Okay, so that's our basic modification for our warrior one. And we'll take our arms straight ahead. And if it feels good to the arms, go ahead and lift the arm all the way up or however far you comfortably can go. If you can reach back with that left foot so that the leg is still bent but reaching back, then that's fine too. That's a little bit more of an extended chair warrior. If you can let go of your chair or want to try, go ahead and reach up with the right hand too. And our gaze goes up a little higher than just straight ahead if it's comfortable, or maybe even all the way up, so that you're looking up and your back is slightly bent towards the back. And then bring the arms down. Your left arm is going to go back where the same direction as behind you. Turn the body to the side. Right arm goes straight ahead or holds onto the chair. And then we look out beyond our right hand and our body stays above the hips. And we breathe in, listening to our beautiful Ujjayi breath. So that left hip is turned out a bit. So if the knee is straight down, that knee goes out to the left side. If it's back and the legs stretch back, the foot turns to the side and it helps open up that hip to the side. Now we're going to lower our left arm. And if you're holding onto the chair, just lean back a little. If you can take your right arm up, reach up nice and high and lean. Maybe look up part way towards your hand or all the way. And then back to warrior two. Breathe here, draw those shoulder blades in. If you can focus there for a moment. Breathe. Now lean forwards from the hips like they're hinging. There's a hinge there. Bring the elbow down. Lift the left arm up. Roll the shoulder back. So here we are in a nice modified triangle. And then if you'd like to, you can reach down with the right hand, grab onto the inner lower leg somewhere, maybe even the ankle, if you want to give it a little bit deeper triangle going here. But it's just an option. Look up however far your neck will comfortably go. And then slowly come back up, back into warrior two, settle there for a moment. And then bring the arms down and then turn back to the front. I think we need to loosen up our lower backs again. So go ahead and place the hands on the legs or grip the chair and go around with the upper body. And then go ahead and go back the other way. And now I can see everyone. Good. Very nice. A few more times going this way Nice soothing activity. Loosening the back. All right, and then we'll sit up. You can scoot back in your chair a little bit if you want. We're going to bring our right ankle on top of our left knee. So if that is a challenge, then you can bring it part way up. So here's a modification. The ankle is at about the middle of my lower leg. You can bring it up, flex the foot, reach up with the crown of the head. So we have nice, straight upright posture. And then if you want to feel a little more stretch deep in the right hip, then just barely lean forward, see how that feels. So I'll turn to the side. You can see I've only gone a teeny tiny bit forwards and I can feel a lot more in the hip. This is similar to our thread the needle that we do lying down and similar to pigeon. And we can do this right in the chair. So isn't that cool? And then we'll come back up and let that knee or foot come down. We'll be bringing the left one up to the right knee, or however far you can go. Flex the foot to protect the knee. Lift up with the crown of the head so we're elongating through the spine. And then again, if you can, tip slightly forwards if you want to increase the amount of stretch in the left hip. Breathe your nice, beautiful Ujjayi breathing. You can close the eyes if you'd like. And then we'll release the left leg. And now it's time to get a drink and also to shift from sitting in the chair to using the chair as a support. So lift the hips up. We'll go into a yoga chair with one hand or both hands before we come all the way up. And then reach up as we stand. Take a big breath and bring the arms to your sides. Nice. Go ahead and grab your drink, take a drink, and then we're going to stand behind the chair when you come back. All right, so let's stand behind our chair with our legs out to the sides and our feet going out at a 45-degree angle towards the front. About. We want to be able to open up the hips and have the knees go out at an angle too. So that we want them to go the same way as our feet. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do a nice bend. Just go as far as it's comfortable. Use the muscles in the inner thighs to bring yourself back up. So go ahead and bend and come up. When we bend, let's try to keep the upper body above the hips as opposed to going forwards. Just one thing to kind of check. And continue. Those look great. All right. And bend. Guess this would be in, these would be pliés if we were doing ballet. And then we'll just do two more. Oh, good. Pauline made it back in time to do some of them. And then come back up, walk the feet back together, toes, heels, toes, heels. Then we're going to take our right leg out to the right side and do some little leg lifts to the side. Then we'll bring the right foot in. Send the left foot out to the side and do some leg lifts that way. And then bring that leg down and in. Okay, so now you're facing the back of your chair. Go ahead and step back a little, maybe 2 or 3 feet from the chair, and bring your back straight. So your back is perpendicular to your legs, but parallel with the floor. Bring the head in between the arms. So if it's not good for you to look down because of vertigo, then you can just look over the back of the chair and reach back with the hips. So we're in a nice L shape. And then we'll walk back to our chair. Let's face the seat of the chair. So that was a good way to stretch, similar in a way to our standing and then going forward like this. So now let's do that. Let's bend forwards, reach down for the chair. We're going to go into a chair version of Uttanasana. So we have hold of the chair and we'll just bring, if you can't go down with your head, reach the head forwards. If you can, bend the knees a little to protect the knees and bring the crown of the head as low towards the seat of the chair as you can. While you're there, you can check that you have arches in your feet. And if there aren't any, if they've kind of fallen down in, we want to support those ankles. So build the arch, roll the foot out to the side and draw the toes closer to the heels. And then let's come back up to our tabletop using the chair. So we're going to be a little higher maybe in the front because the shoulders are higher, depending on the height of your chair. And then back into Uttanasana. And then back to straight arms, and then step back a little farther and bring the forearms onto the chair. Now we're going to be in our dolphin, so step back as far as you need to, and bring the head down towards the chair. So there's our chair version of dolphin. Keep a bend in the knees, and deepen that bend if you ever feel the stretch at the joint instead of in the muscle. So we want to protect the ligaments. So if you do feel that your stretch is happening at the hip bones, for instance, then you need to deeply bend the knees. Good. And then we'll come up from there, walk towards the chair, and come back up to straight arms and straight legs, and bend the knees. Let go of the chair and stand up. Nice. Let's move the chair to one side and we'll do some leg swings. You can swing the arms too while you're at it, because then you are working on your coordination. Your hand comes forward when the leg goes back and vice versa. So loosening up those hip joints that we've worked pretty hard. Then we'll go into warrior 3. So let's bring the arm and leg down and take the left foot behind us a little bit and then lift it as we tip forwards with our upper body. So now you probably can't see a lot of my leg because it's in line with my body. Just take the leg up as high as you can. If you want to reach forward with the left arm, then go ahead and do that. And then come up. Nice, that's a good challenge pose, isn't it? Let's bring our left foot across. Reach the left arm out to the side. We get a little bit of a twist. And chest opener. And then we're going to take our arm across the body and our leg to the other side. Now the hip kind of rolls out and our arm reaches, so we're twisting the opposite way. Then leg across, arm out. Arm across, leg out. Leg across, arm out. Arm across, leg out. And a couple more. And this is the last one. And down and walk it out a bit. While we're here on the side of our chair, we'll do tree on our right leg. That's the leg that's closest to the chair. So go ahead and walk it out a little longer, really loosen up the hips and the feet. Feet nice and increase blood circulation and a little bit more tension there to our sweet feet that are going to be holding us up for a while here. So let's stand on our right foot, holding onto the chair with the right hand. Draw the belly in so you feel a lot of good tightening across the hip area. Bring the left foot to the ankle. You can remain on the tops of the toes if you want, but if you are able to, go ahead and lift the toes off the floor. Move the knee towards the side. And if the hip goes out, bring it in, bring the hand to the heart center. Listen to the breath. As you breathe in next, let's start taking that hand up. Reach the hand above the head somewhere if you're able to, and then you can continue straightening the arms if that feels good. Our gaze is somewhere out in front, onto a one point. So you can have a focus on one non-moving thing that might help still the mind. If you feel like letting go of the chair, just take that other hand up. You can always reach back for the chair. It's up to you. And now, to give ourselves a little extra challenge, we're going to take our arm or arms to the side. And draw the shoulder blades in so the shoulders roll back and down. Have our palms up to remind us to receive new ideas. Breathe. And then bring the arm or arms back above the head. And then slowly bring the hand or hands down. Take a breath here with the hands at the heart center. And that way we can just slowly take the hands down on the exhale and the foot and walk it out. Great, so we've done the right leg work with the standing leg, and now we're going to shift either our chair to the other side, or if your chair is heavy, maybe you go the opposite direction. Whatever's right for you. And we'll begin on our left foot. So standing nice and sturdily. We want to make sure that the toes are spread, the pad of the foot is connecting to the floor. Our arch is in place so that our ankle is stable. And then we'll bring our right foot close, toes on the ground. Then if you're able to, lift the foot up above the ground. Turn the knee to the side. If the hip goes towards the chair, bring it back in line with the body. And now our hand comes to the heart center. And we'll slowly take our arm up as high as we comfortably can go. Maybe it's just above the head. Maybe we're able to straighten the arm somewhat, so that the arm ideally is to the side of the ear. If you want to try with both hands, go ahead and let go, see how it goes. If you're stable, bring the hand up and breathe, looking at one place, listening to the breath. Listening to the breath and focusing on it helps us to avoid the mind going elsewhere. We want to stay present. And then let's take the arm or arms to the side. Continue to focus on the breath. Draw the shoulder blades close. Focus on the breath. And we'll move our right arm or both arms back up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in. And now on the exhale, bring the arms and leg down and walk it out. Very nice. All right. So we'll go ahead and hold on with the left hand, take the right foot behind us. We'll be tipping forwards from the hips and letting the right leg go up just as far as it's comfortable, especially on that right hip, and reaching forward with the right arm if you're able to. The hip is the same level, hopefully about, as the left hip. And then slowly come back up. Nice, maybe walk it out a little bit. All right, and then we're going to take our right leg across and our right arm to the side. And then on the exhale, switch. So we get a nice stretch in the upper shoulder here. And then reach out again. Right arm reaches across. And exhale, switch again. Inhale, open up that chest as you reach with the hand. Exhale, foot out, arm across. And switch again. And this is the last one. Reach across. And bring it down and walk it out. Very nice. A lot of good muscle work there. And now we'll do our tree. So standing on the left foot, bring the right foot up, turn the right knee out, bring hand in. Forgot something. Arm goes up. If you can let go, bring the other arm up. Nice breathing. Anytime you need to come out of it, that's fine. You can always reach down with your hand if you've tried letting go. If you wiggle around or sway, that's okay. This is our yoga practice, so we're just practicing. And then let's take the arms to the sides, draw the shoulder blades in. And then take the arms back up. And bring the palms down. And then on the next exhale, release and walk it out. Loosen up the joints. Okay, so now it's time for another little break or a drink. And when you come back, we're going to have our legs up on the chair. All righty. So it's a long class, so if you need any kind of a break, go ahead and take it. And we want to stay hydrated. So let's come down to the chair. One way to do that safely is to come down on one knee, and then the other knee, and then sink back and swoop the legs up on top of the chair. And then we'll lie back. Let the legs rest up there for a little bit. And breathe. And so while you're getting into place and starting to rest, I'm going to adjust my camera and then I'll be back to do the other with you. Just rest for now and listen to your breath. And then we'll take a nice breath in and reach our arms up and over our heads. Let the chest come up. Exhale, bring the arms back. You can feel the low back and mid back sinking into the floor. Breathe in and reach up and over, puffing up the chest, spreading the ribs. And exhaling, bringing the arms back to the sides. Let's do angel wings, arms up to the sides and above, hovering or sliding along the floor. Exhale, arms out to the sides and down to the hips. Again, breathe in, arms out to the sides and up. Exhale to the sides and down. Now let's draw our knees into the chest. Breathe, stretching the low back, working the hips. Stretch the arms and legs out. And we'll do some more pointing and flexing with the feet and the hands. Like we did before when we were sitting in the chair. This time though, we're going to hold the flex. So go ahead and hold the flex. Keep your knees and elbows bent as much as you need to. And then fold them forwards and hold that. We have a nice stretch in the top of the feet, in front of the ankles. Same thing with the wrists. Flex the hands and feet again. You can feel the front of the legs, those muscles working, and the back of the cat stretching. Fold forwards. Nice. And then we'll make circles again, a few. And then back the other way. And then we're going to tighten up. So some more isometric work. We're going to squeeze our fists and crunch the toes. And as we're exhaling, work the muscles. And then inhale and stretch the toes and fingers out. Exhale and squeeze. So our legs and our arms are working too. And then inhale and stretch. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, stretch. And one more. Exhale, squeeze, scrunch those toes, work the arms and legs. And inhale, stretch so the fingers and toes really reach outwards. And then bring the knees back to the chest. Relax a little bit here as you stretch the low back again. And then replace the legs up on the chair. And now we're going to have a little bit of focused meditation. So just place your hands on your ribs so you can feel your air flowing in and out of the lungs. Close the eyes. And relax the eyes and the eyelids. So we'll start with the eye area. And breathe. And then relax the eyebrows. And then the forehead. Just feel the lines of the forehead soften and relax. And then muscles around the temples. So let's take our hands now and massage the temples a little bit. And reverse the direction of your massage in circles. And then reach the fingertips on top of the head, kind of spread them out and make little circles with your fingertips. You can lift the head if you want to go far back on the head, but otherwise you just stay right there and enjoy a nice little massage of the head. And then the other way. With all those little muscles that run along under your hair. Need a little bit of massage. Okay, and then bring the hands back to the ribs. Relax the muscles of the cheeks, across the nose, out towards the ears, around the nostrils. Relax the upper lip and the lower lip, the corners of the mouth. Let the tongue just rest on the floor of the mouth. And finally, release the jaw. Let the jaw on both sides relax. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest. Roll to the side, so we're rolling away from our chair a little bit. And use your hands against the floor to press yourselves up. So now we're sitting, let's sit cross-legged. You can have one foot close to you and the other foot a little farther away. Or you can have both feet tucked in, maybe half lotus, put one foot on top and have the feet out to the sides. So there are several different ways you can sit, so just make sure you're comfortable. We're going to do a little seated side twist by taking both hands over to one side, so one can be on the knee, just like we did the other two times, sitting in the chair. And then back to the center and take the arms over to the other side. Do a nice seated twist on that side. And then back to the front. Let's unwind our legs and just have them straight out in front of us. So just sit up as tall as you can with the back straight, but in order for your back to be straight, you may have to bend the knees a little, and that's okay. Just sitting up as straight as we can, knees slightly bent for most of us. And then place the hands behind or reach for the toes. Just go farther forwards with the chest, keeping the back as straight as you can. And then you can curve the back and bring the chest closer towards the thighs, just for a nice forward bend. And then come up. Now we're gonna, if your chair will be in the way, you might have to move it, but swoop the arms and legs around so you can be on the floor with the feet out in front. And take the arms up, move them to the side. Let's bend our right knee so the right foot's next to the left knee. Lift the hips enough to move them to the right a little bit. And then bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee and roll to the left. Towards the floor, not necessarily to the floor. And then palm up on the right. Let's turn our head as far to the right as we can, so that we involve the neck and make this a full spinal twist. Our gaze is out somewhere towards the right. Maybe you can even look out beyond the right hand. And breathe and enjoy this nice twist. Now let's bring our full spinal twist slowly back to the center. Bend the left knee. Now let's scooch our hips into the middle. With our feet flat on the floor, let's raise and our arms to our sides. Let's raise our hips up into a nice half bridge, wriggling the shoulders under and maybe even weaving the fingers together in a Venus mudra hand pose and lifting the hips up. And we can feel the muscles in the back of the legs and the buttocks working to keep our hips lifted. Breathe. And then we'll slowly bring our spine back down, one vertebra at a time. Now we're going to stretch our right leg out, bring our arms to the sides. Now bring our right hand to the outside of the left knee. Scooch the hips a tiny bit to the left, and then roll that knee across. And then turn the head towards the left as far as you comfortably can. That left shoulder sinks down towards the floor. And our gaze goes towards the left, however far you comfortably can take your head around to the left side. Once there, close the eyes and rest. Feel a nice twist. Notice where you're feeling the twist. And focus on your breath. Nice, calm Ujjayi breathing. Now let's roll back to the center Bend the right knee and scooch the hips back into the middle again. We're going to go ahead and start winding down towards our Shavasana. So let's reach between our knees and grab onto the ankles or the big toes. Stretch the feet up a little and then rock from side to side. A little bit more rocking. And then we'll come back to the center. Bring the knees together. Place the feet on the floor. And stretch the legs out one at a time. And now we'll do 3 full body stretches. Arms up and over. Fingers spread. Reach out with the rib cages where you breathe in as much air as you can. And then exhale and bring the arms back to the sides of the body. Breathe in, reach up and over. Exhale, arms back to the sides. And now our last one. Breathe in, reach up and over. Arms back to the sides. And now notice how you feel. Notice the feet, maybe wiggle or squeeze the toes a little, and then relax them. Draw the shoulder blades in close. Flip the palms upwards if you haven't already, and let the shoulders sink into the floor. The feet just kind of go out how they want. You can feel the calf muscles resting on the floor, and you can move the feet back and forth a little so you can really notice the calf muscles and what they feel like. And then how do your legs feel all the way up to the thighs and the hips? And then notice your breathing. Notice your shoulders, let them sink down into the floor. Your hands, are they nice and relaxed? And then lift the head slightly just to see if your feet are equidistant from your center line. And then replace your head on the floor, stretching it away from the body a little. Close the eyes again. And allow your notice of sounds, color, the temperature, the breath of wind, whatever it is, notice those things. And then practice letting go of the notice of things. And I'm going to read you just a little bit from Eckhart Tolle about stillness. So as you're starting to let go of your thoughts, maybe just think about this for a moment. Whenever there is some silence around you, listen to it. That means just to notice it, pay attention to it. Listening to silence awakens the dimension of stillness within yourself, because it is only through stillness that we can be fully aware of the silence. So see that in the moment of noticing the silence around you, you are not thinking. You are aware that you're not thinking. So enjoy that beauty of stillness in Shavasana, and I'll be back with you in about 6 minutes. All right, it's time to start wiggling the toes and fingers, stretching out the hands. We keep them flexible, maybe making some waves, loosening them up. It's like giving some love back to our hands for all the work that they've done in our class. And then if you would like to stay lying down, you may. You can. May is in our class, so you can. And then if you would like to sit up, go ahead. We'll just take a nice breath in to stretch the spines upwards again, reaching. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart center. And then we'll do 3 ohms together. Breathe in. Om. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for being here this afternoon. Namaste. And good job, everyone. Thank you, Mom, May, Karen, and Valerie, all for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye.
Namaste.
Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of the evening, day. Everybody's here on Hawaii, so the rest of the day. And Valerie, you're going to let me know. Whoops, she just got off. So you guys all made it fine. And starting tomorrow will be the new number. Yeah. Everybody feel okay?
Yeah,
Yes, wonderful.
really good.
Good. Good, good. Any questions?
Nope.
Wonderful. Okay. All right then. We'll see you the next time. All right. Bye-bye. And then Mom, I don't know if you want to stay, but Vicki tried to get on and she wasn't able to. So I just texted her and let her know that the new number starts tomorrow. I think she thought it was today. Probably not the only person.
Yeah.
So let me see if she's written back now. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'll call her and we'll see if she wants to get on. Do you have a minute?
Vicki,
Yeah, to see if she wants to say hi.
she probably does, and then she can show us her tooth.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yes,
she
to
sent me a
wear.
photo.
Oh, she
What?
did?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh. Let's
Yeah.
see if I can find such a thing on my email.
Well, I think she just texted it to me, so I don't know
Oh.
if she could email you or not. Maybe she did. But
No,
let's see. She got home and then she said she was going to take a nap. And then I got that she was trying to get in and couldn't make it into the class.
oh, that's too bad.
Maybe she didn't want to take the class. Maybe she just wanted to say hi. Yeah. Can you hear? Okay. Oops. Okay, Vicki. Mom and I are on the Tuesday yoga class number on Zoom right now. So we thought we'd say hi if you wanted to tune in. But I bet you're sleeping. So if you are and you're tired, just go ahead and keep resting. But I'm sorry if you tried
Better.
to get on. What, Mom?
It'd probably be better for her just to continue sleeping because I'm sure she was under a lot of stress today with
Could you
whatever
hear?
they had to do.
So that was Mom talking, Vicki. So we're leaving a message. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye,
Love you,
Vicki. Love
Vicki.
you.
Take care of yourself.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. So
And I guess I'll go make dinner for Dad.
yeah, we're having burgers tonight. You guys have those hamburgers that are already made, the
Yeah.
patties, and cooked, already cooked.
Yeah. And we
Did you-
love them. We just had one yesterday. Yeah.
That's good.
I think
They
we-
are beef burgers.
Yeah, they're
They're
beef
beef, So
burgers.
don't eat too often.
No, we won't, but I think this is the third time we've had them. And of course, I only eat about a third of one.
Yeah,
That's my share.
yeah.
And Dad eats 2/3. And
Uh-huh.
they are really good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And
it
you
seems-
can make it in 5 minutes,
Isn't that wonderful? And you
Yeah.
don't really even have to have a bun if the meat is good.
No, we've been having them with French bread twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. All right. And you're getting plenty of fiber in your diet still?
Well, we have the psyllium,
Oh,
and
good.
I eat that in my oatmeal every day.
Uh-huh.
in the
Good.
morning. Yeah.
Excellent.
Doing okay.
Excellent. You're
Yeah.
feeling okay?
And I said, I'm doing okay. Did you say Vicky or me?
You. Vicky's not on right now.
Okay. Yeah. And let's see, I called Connie and talked to her just about an hour before yoga.
Ah,
And she was very happy to hear from me. And she kept interrupting our conversation by saying, oh, there's a squirrel, because she's up north with Pole at his house. And then she said, yesterday I saw a baby fawn, or Bambi, she called it. Yesterday I saw Bambi. And then this morning or something, he brought his parents, his mom and his dad.
oh, wow.
And
Oh.
then she saw a squirrel, and then she saw a bunny rabbit, and oh my.
Oh my goodness, there's so much wildlife right in her backyard.
Yeah, it's his backyard. Pole has some acreage, I guess, there or something,
Yeah.
and some wooded area. And so
Oh, nice.
she says she just loves to watch the wildlife.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, isn't it wonderful? And did you let her know that Roger had come over?
Yes, we talked about them, and she didn't even know they'd started their trip. But she was
Oh.
probably in the air about the same time they were
Uh-huh.
flying up north. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you talked to her. It's just really wonderful to have a friend, and a friend that goes back 60 plus years. That's
Yeah.
really special. Really
It-
special. And yeah, I'm glad, Mom. You could, yeah, I bet she'd like to hear from you anytime you called.
Yeah, she would. And I would love to hear from her anytime she
Yeah.
calls.
That's great.
Yeah.
I wish she'd come back and visit.
Yes, I wish she would too, but I don't know if that'll happen. It's getting harder and harder for people, especially at our
Oh.
age.
Well,
to
yeah,
travel at all.
yeah. So it's not only all the TSA and all the, you know, rigmarole, standing in lines, but now we have to wear masks to do it too.
Yeah. And she is
Not
she
fun
said,
anymore.
like you did, we're just going to stay home. That's all we're going to do. We're not going anywhere. That's what she
Yeah.
said. And that's what Dad and I have said to ourselves too.
Right. Well, if it weren't for having a new grandbaby, I would stick to that too. But at some
Yeah.
point, we're going to want to see them. But hopefully the surge in coronavirus will die down. Maybe enough people will either have gotten it or been extra vaccinated or something.
Yeah. She says, Connie says her own grandkids, quite a few of them have not been vaccinated because they're too young.
All right.
Let them, you know, and so
Right.
she's all worried about that. And oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, there was at Abigail's school, they had one of the, I think it was, I forget now, but anyway, they have had coronavirus at their school. So they had to close the school.
Oh my gosh.
But it's kind of good timing in a way because there's a new baby
Yeah.
and Clay has paternity leave. So he gets to be with the family.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it
that's
won't hurt for Abigail to be home. It'll be good. And those
Yeah.
pictures you sent of her holding the baby and
Oh.
yeah, so sweet. Oh, just adorable.
Yeah, there's a real funny one that's new of her making this really awful face like this, like that, to
Yeah.
try to cheer up the baby.
Oh my gosh. He probably thinks that's her normal face.
Oh,
How would he know?
he probably can't really see her face too well yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, well, I'll let you go, Mom. I need to go make some burgers.
Okay.
We're having veggie burgers ourselves, but
that sounds good too. We're gonna have toast. No, not toast. Mashed potatoes with chicken and homemade gravy over it. A little bit of homemade gravy.
good. And then on Thursday, you're going to be coming into Kaua'i for your appointment.
Yeah.
And that's to see the heart doctor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Funai
Yep.
at his office. I don't know where his office is.
His office is where the clock tower in Kaua'i is of the Foodland. Foodland
yeah?
clock tower. Yeah. his
Foodland,
office-
not Safeway. That's Foodland. I think Foodland's next door.
Well, it's
You mean
you're
the
right.
one that was painted by Wyland?
yeah.
Wyland Clock Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
it is Safeway. It isn't Foodland. Sorry.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's
It
okay.
is
Oh,
Safeway.
Vicky wrote back. She says, no pain now, but phone dying for the call. I tried old Zoom. It's okay. Need to eat. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug.
Okay.
So her phone's dying, so it has to, I'll just write
Yeah.
back. Okay, love you or something.
Yeah. We'll probably talk to her either during dinner or sometime after dinner too.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, then her phone will get to charge up a little. Okay, so your appointment's at what time on Thursday?
1:30, I believe it is.
Okay, and Dad will be coming with you?
Yes.
Okay,
He's gonna
all
bring me.
right.
And
So
if
do
you
you,
want to meet us over there someplace, we're going to go to Paco Taco,
yeah,
I think before my appointment.
okay,
I have to talk to Dad to get the details. But I think
Okay.
he ordered some Paco Tacos.
yeah.
and
Okay,
we're
well, I
gonna
think
pick 'em
that's
up.
great. I think it would be best not to go into the building, just to call them and say, we're sitting at the table now, if you could bring our food out.
Yeah,
That way you stay in outdoor air.
yeah, yep. That's, I think what we plan to do. So
Okay, because I know you call them ahead and say, we'll be there in 10, but then let them know that you're there.
yeah, and that we're outside waiting.
Yeah, and if anybody else is eating at the tables, you'll have to eat in your car.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is very contagious, this new one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think you probably still have plenty of groceries, but if you don't, then I or Eric, because I do have to teach yoga at 4, I or Eric could deliver groceries to you at Dr. Fanai's office.
Oh.
If you need
That's
eggs and milk or something. I just don't want you going.
We just went to Foodland and got eggs,
Okay,
and we got milk about a week ago, and still
Okay.
have some.
all right, then I probably won't see you.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably
I
won't.
might, but probably.
Just, it's fine with us. Just stay home and we'll get along just fine. And if we make mistakes, too bad.
Like what kind of mistakes?
Cooking or something.
Oh. Well, if you start to feel like you're not eating as much just because you don't feel like it, because you have to cook it and prepare
No,
it and
no,
all
I
that.
don't mind cooking.
All right.
Don't
Well,
worry
I'm trying to get through my yoga course today. I took the day off because we worked really, really long and hard at the Kaua'i house. And
Oh.
and then when I came home, I couldn't even eat lunch. I had to just go to bed. I was so tired. So I
Oh
took
my
the day off for that. But then tomorrow I'll be back at my yoga trying to finish up my course. So it's been a very rigorous course study,
Yeah.
and it's not over. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that done this week, and then I'll get to see you guys more.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about us, like I said.
Well, I am. I don't want you to lose any of your gains. You did so
Well,
great.
I'm going to concentrate on trying to gain a little more.
Oh, good.
Instead, I lost a pound yesterday, so I'm just going to try to eat a little more. And sometimes I just forget. I make my breakfast and I sit it on the table, and then I get called here and there. You know, we're doing this or that, and I forget to go back and eat. So I'm going to.
Maybe you don't need to go when you get called here or there.
Well, I usually want to, you know.
Okay, if you say so, but you also want to eat, right? And
Yes.
relax. And
So I'm going to make sure I do.
Yeah, sometimes you have to relax in order for your food to digest properly.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I found that when I lost a bunch of weight because I was just a nervous wreck at one time. And I lost 12 pounds because you can't digest your food if you are a nervous wreck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're not able to sit down to eat your meal, I don't know, I kind of think that's a sign of not being able to rest and relax when you need to.
Yeah, a lot of things have been happening and going on, but I'm going to try to relax more, and I'm going to try to eat more.
Okay, and I think you guys made an absolutely incredible carrot cake according to Roger, who wants the recipe.
Really? Aw.
Mm-hmm.
I'll print it up and send it to him.
He said that they loved the garden tour. They loved whatever else you guys were doing. But the highlight was that incredible carrot cake.
No kidding. I'm so glad I gave him that because I was going to offer him the brownie, but I mentioned the carrot cake first, and they both kind of acted all, you know, enthused about it. So I didn't even mention the brownie because I made one of each. And I just packed up a nice big chunk of the carrot cake. So I'm so glad they liked it.
That's great.
Yeah, I will send them the recipe. Nothing very special about it, but it is a little bit, you know, unique.
He said he loved it and he figured it was probably pretty helpful, so he was
Yeah,
glad about
it
that
is
too.
pretty helpful because I cut way down on the sugar, you know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
did not put any frosting on it at all.
And you used to use whole wheat flour, did you?
I did not this time. I've stopped using the whole wheat flour because I found that they usually have a brand that to me tastes kind of bitter, has kind of a bitter
Uh-huh.
taste to it.
Really?
And so I just decided to use unbleached.
Well, I wonder, I think you bake a lot typically, so you wouldn't think your flour would ever get too old, but if
That's
a
probably what
whole
happens
wheat,
though when it does.
yeah, maybe if you've gone on a trip and it sat there, because, you know, it could go rancid. It has the whole wheat in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And I usually put a little a wheat germ in it too, but
Uh-huh.
I haven't had much wheat germ lately. I haven't found a good brand, and I'm going to shop for that at Long's, I think.
Do you want me to just get you some online? Some wheat germ? If I can
Well,
find a good brand and
not
see.
a big amount, just, you know.
Right. I'll
Yeah.
see what they have.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
All
I
right.
can do, I have about a half cup left or so, about a half cup left. But I didn't put any in his. I just left that out. I don't know how much fiber he can eat because he has no stomach, you know, maybe.
Well,
5
when
grams
I
fiber.
when I gave him the cookies that I made him that that we took to
Yeah,
the Weston, they I mean they just look like they're full of fiber, right? All the coconut hay sticking out, and I
mhm.
told them there's a lot of flax in here, and they go, oh, good, because Connie's always pumping us full of flax. Everything has flax in it.
Okay.
So I figure he could probably take a lot of fiber.
He probably can then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
good
right,
for the
Mama.
intestines.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
stomach or no stomach, it's good for the intestines.
Right.
Okay, I
Exactly.
better go make dinner.
Okay. I love you, Mama. Thanks
Love
for doing the
you.
class. That was a good, long, hard, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
hopefully not too hard.
No, there's just a couple things I couldn't do. Everything else I got
Like
on.
sitting on the chair, the warrior poses. Those are pretty
No, I
hard.
can do those.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Because sometimes I feel a little bit bad that maybe a lot of people can't do them. But
No,
if
I
you can
can
do
do
them,
them.
that's great.
I just can't do the one where I have to bend down and put my head on the chair or something like that. You know, I can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
even have gotten down on the floor and lay down if I really take my time and do just a little at a time, uh, going down and getting up to take it very
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
And I did that. I could do that. So, okay, well, I'm going to do the leave bit here and leave you to do your dinner and me mine.
Okay. I'm looking